Hey yo, what's goody, all my beautiful people out there in the tube of the U? It's your boy J Nuck, and today I got an all new product review for you guys. You guys and girls. You know what? Let's just get into it.
Something got me tippy, and I'm feeling trippy. Feeling real good. Got my whole team.
Okay, so today the product I'm gonna be reviewing for you is the apple on top bowl. Okay, I've looked at it a little bit, but I put it back in the package for you since I didn't do an unboxing. Recently, I did a review on the apple on top or AOT Carbon 1 hose, fantastic hose. So only right to follow it up with the apple on top bowl. So this is the kind of package it's gonna come in, first of all. Okay, you see the AOT, all that good stuff, some instructions. You could pause the video right here if you wanna read it. Okay, so basically, open it up. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It looks really big. First thing you're gonna notice, obviously, I got the black color, so I noticed that. The cold tray, you're gonna notice the cold tray and the green leaf it has on there to give it that apple effect, I guess. So one thing I want to say about this bowl, I'm gonna give you a look at it. One thing I want to say that I noticed is that along the ridges here, there's these little slits or grooves. I noticed that the tray, the cold tray, it used to be in like a an asterisk shape, right? Like it was like going out. Now it's more of like that circle. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the first models or the previous models prior to this, but that's one thing I noticed. Not a big deal. That's actually the whole pattern I use when I use foil, so all good. This is pretty deep, but it looks like it's going to be, really wide, and I can understand that because when you see it with the cold tray on, let's compare it with the alien bowl, fits right in there. But you take this off, and now the apple on top bowl fits inside the alien. This is definitely going to be way deeper than the alien bowl though. I don't know if you could really tell or see, the depth of that, but I would say just upon looking at this, this is going to hold about 30 to 35 grams of tobacco fluff packed, I would think. I haven't tried to pack yet because I'm just now doing first impressions on it. So you will notice the holes on the spire. Now this is similar to, or in the style of, a vortex bowl. This is a Sahara vortex bowl. I don't use it very often, but you can see the holes on the spire. Now I wouldn't classify this as a vortex bowl because it's not exactly a vortex bowl. It's similar as to the holes are on the spire, but it's not quite the vortex bowl. And there's 5 holes and they're pretty big. They're pretty decent size amount. So it's in the style of a vortex bowl, but I don't think you could really consider this a vortex bowl. But from my understanding, you're gonna wanna pack this around there and make sure you clear the pathway of the holes so it doesn't block that. So that's pretty much my first impressions. I'm gonna get into packing this, so I'll be right back. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how I'm going to pack this. I've seen a lot of different pictures. I was trying to ask my boy Sarkis, but he won't get back to me. He's probably busy, so I'm just going to go ahead and do my best to pack this. So we are smoking Haze Bananarama. I'm just going to do a standard fluff pack and clear the holes. Alright, so here's what I got, and now I'm just going to make sure I have all the holes cleared so there's a clear pathway and just kind of even it out. Right, so I got a nice fluff pack going, and I've cleared the holes as best as I can. So I'm just going to let my, did I say coals? I've cleared the holes as best as I can, and I'm just going to let my coals heat up, and then we're going to get started. So. Alright, so that's how we decided to go with the pack method. I didn't overpack it. I just kind of followed your typical hookah rules and just packed it below the rim, but it's a nice fluff pack. So basically I'm smoking with 3 Prestige coals. I got them on there. Now I will say I'm about 15 to 20 minutes along in the process now since the coals touch the apple on top. It takes quite a while to get going. I was told that if I was to blow on the coals that it would have sped up the process. So, I mean, that's kind of something that I'm not too fond of doing. I smoke indoors. I don't like for ash to get everywhere, but whatever. For the sake of the review, I just went ahead and did it, and it heated up a little bit faster. But again, I'm about 15 to 20 minutes in. I do want to mention, I don't think I mentioned it earlier, that the bowl is an aluminum inner. Okay, so what you're packing your shisha tobacco in is going to be aluminum. And the outer sleeve is going to be like a silicone material. So if you need to remove your bowl, you can remove it right away because it won't be hot. That outer sleeve allows you to do so and you won't get burned. So that's pretty cool. I do want to mention that, remember when we talked about the coal tray and the little green leaf that's there? Well, the way the tray is designed, it's pretty cool actually. It's for heat management. So when you're ready to rotate your coals, just push that leaf and rotate it. I don't know if you noticed, but I've rotated it already. So let's go ahead and see how this baby smokes. So I will say the flavor definitely comes through. This doesn't take away from your regular traditional bowl or anything like that. So flavor is definitely going to come through. The clouds are not as big as I would like them to be, but again, I'm only about 15 to 20 minutes along, so maybe they get better. But the goal of the apple on top bowl is to basically have a long-lasting flavor throughout your whole session, and I'm told you can go for multiple hours, like even more than 2 hours. Why you would want to do that, I'm not sure. I personally don't like to go longer than one round of coals. So my overall assessment of the apple on top, the pros and cons first. Pros, it's easy to clean up. So that's really good. The aluminum bowl makes it to where you can just literally wipe it out with your finger if you want, wipe it down with a paper towel, and you're ready to load up your next bowl. There wasn't any gunk buildup on the coal holder piece. So I love that I didn't even have to clean that at all. Another pro is that silicone outer sleeve. I immediately was able to take the bowl off without using like an oven mitt or a paper towel, wet paper towel or something to wait for it to cool down. Immediately I was able to take it off and clean it out and start the next session. So that's definitely a thumbs up too. Some of the cons, it takes a while to get started up, a lot of management. It's kind of a lot to do. I kind of just want to put my coals in there and smoke. So the draw is excellent. It's an excellent draw. There's no restriction at all from the bowl, so that's another plus. And that's pretty much it for the pros and cons. So, but it is a good bowl. The price point is, I think it's like 40 bucks over at 5 Star. That's just the standard apple on top bowl. If you want to get a, I believe it's called a Provost. It's basically like the top of a cloud lotus. You can put over the top of that and you could open up vents and whatnot, so it'll allow for better heat management. If you want to get that version, I believe the price point of that is like $67, but everything's available over at 5starhookah.com. I'll leave a link below. The Provost version is already on sale, so I can't get you a discount on that, but if you want a discount off the standard version like what I reviewed today, you can type in my discount code and it'll knock 15% off for you. So go ahead and check out the description below to get that information. Other than that, like I said, it's a pretty cool bowl to have in your collection. It's not something you need. I'll probably use the Cloud Lotus in a traditional bowl more often, but I will switch to this just to change it up every once in a while. It goes well with the apple on top Carbon 1 hose. They just look good together. I only put the mouth tip in there to kind of match the green leaf on top. So anyhow, that's my thoughts on it. If this review was helpful to you, give it a thumbs up. If you really enjoyed it, feel free to share it on social media with all your friends. And I will see you all on the next review. Don't forget to catch the Behind the Clouds podcast, webcast, over on Hookah and Beyond's channel. Be sure you go check that out. And that's going to do it. So I'm going to take you all out properly.